Hi everyone, it's RetroLooker and today we're doing an unboxing video. Now today is a very special day because finally we get to be graced with Resident Evil 8, or Resi Village, whatever you want to call it, but I'm very excited for this. And if you remember, we were going to play Resi 7 on the channel before Resi 8 even came out, but it never happened, and to be honest, I've been a little absent, but I'm hoping to change that now. We're going to be unboxing the Collector's Edition right here on the channel, and we are going to be playing the whole game also in a small series as well. So if you're as excited as I am about this, it's good stuff. And this is the only Resident Evil Collector's Edition that I actually managed to get, because one thing about them, you know, we had the Resi 2 Collector's Edition and the Resi 3 Collector's Edition, and they were kind of expensive for what you got. I mean, Resi 2 was really cool, and I really wanted that. I was kind of poor at the time, so I didn't get it, and I've still not been able to pick it up to this day, but I really wanted it. You got a lot of bang for your buck. You got a lot in there for the money you paid, even though it was a lot. It was about £250. The Resi 3 one was a bit of a letdown, and for the same kind of price as well. This one I could afford, and I damn wanted it, because Resi 7 is one of my favourite Resis, definitely, and I really wanted to get on this one, and the hype is big. It definitely is. Nearly as big as Lady Dimitrescu, so, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I know there's been a lot of hype around the pronunciation of her name, but I'm super excited. You're super excited. Let's have a look, shall we? So, this was delivered this morning, and I always cheap out on the delivery, and I go, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be here on the day, I'm happy with that, and then it doesn't come till like 5 p.m, and I'm like crawling out my skin all day because I'm so antsy to get it. And a lot of my friends actually have been really lucky because they got theirs yesterday or the day before, and I'm not gonna lie, that pisses me off. No other reason than I never get anything early. It's always my country, and the place I get this from, I got this from Game Digital in the UK, they're always so damn punctual. It's never late, I'm happy about that, but it's never early either. So it annoys me. I would have loved to have played early, I would have loved to unbox this early, but it just wasn't on the cards, so we're doing it now. As you can see, it's quite a big box, and it's kind of on the heavy side. So, let's look inside, shall we? We got some bubble wrap on top, obviously, and there it is. And this is the PS5 version as well. This is the first PS5 Collector's Edition that we actually get our hands on, and I'm very pleased about that, and I can't wait. And this is also on PS4 and Xbox as well as PC. I don't know if there's a collector's edition for the PC, but I know there is for Xbox, PS4, PS5. So let's get it out, shall we? And to be honest, the box itself isn't quite as big as I imagined. And remember, I don't have the other collector's editions, the Resi 2 and 3. So it comes in a kind of suitcase looking thing, which is very apparent for this game. And we have some little like flight stickers. So we've got Bradbury's Shipping on here, cabin class. We've got another one here which says Exalted Airlines. Can't quite read the scrolls on that. We've also got Cartbridge Plaza Hotel there as well, and another one over here is the Wellhead Hotel. So on the side we have the Porter Royal Hotel in what appears to be Mailsmith Avenue, and another one Seaboard Line train ticket. Now the thing about these tickets and stickers on the side of the case is they are all appearing to be from very different time periods. Now I can't see any dates or anything, but the ones on the front, they're all quite old looking. These aren't new. Maybe this is like, you know, supposed to be one of the vampires suitcases from the thing. And here's another one as well. We've got Imperial Freightage. So it's clearly been shipped around a bit, and I like that. It's cool. Obviously, this is going to be an 18, and is by Capcom, we know. So let's have a quick look at the back as well. On top, we can see the little handle of the case. Underneath is nothing. So on the back, we don't get that much. This is kind of like the Resident Evil 3 Collector's Edition in the sense that we don't get too much with it. We get the Chris Redfield statue, which I'm very pleased about. I would have liked the Lady Dimitrescu statue, I'm not gonna lie. Or even the daughters or anything like that. That would have been cool as fuck. But Chris Redfield has always been one of my favourite Resident Evil characters, so I'm happy with that. Even though they have significantly changed him over the years, I do quite like this version of him, but this version and not the chunky version that we saw in that original trailer. We also get a very cool looking steelbook, a map, an art book, and some other bits and bobs. I'm very excited to jump in. We're only really here for the statue. That's sort of a big deal in collector's editions, is the statue. And anything else is like a bonus. So this was from Game Digital in the UK. They had the exclusive, so I couldn't get this from anywhere else. That's the problem. And it was £230, I believe, which is a little more than I'd wanted to pay, to be honest. If I had to, I'd top out at maybe like 180 for this kind of thing. I think that's what Assassin's Creed Valhalla collectors was at, and I don't begrudge paying that, but anything over 200 is like sort of starts pushing my buttons a bit, and I start after asking myself those questions that every gamer and collector has to ask themselves. Do I really want this? And the answer is always yes, but it's whether it's justifiable or not. And I want it to be. If I had money, like real money, I'd be dangerous. So I'm just being very careful. There is a seal on either corner here, and I just don't want to damage the box. So, and again, I don't care about resale value. I'm only ever going to keep it for myself, but I also don't like having damaged goods. A few months ago, I always keep my collector's editions boxes in the attic in my house. There was a leak and a lot of them got damaged, and I did have to throw some of them out. And as you can imagine, for any collector, it's absolutely heartbreaking. So that is the box. I've managed to take the slipcover seals off. Let's now get it out, shall we? Now, I don't know how we're going to do this safely, so bear with me a second. It just slides on out of there. Of course, I don't want to damage anything. There we go. And as usual, with any collector's edition that we get here on the channel, it smells really good. Because it just does. I don't know why they do. It's that new game smell, new cardboard smell. So the tickets on the front here are all the same as we just saw. I think there was maybe a new one. This is new. There wasn't on the front of that one. Let's just see. Yeah. So all the others are the same here, but this one's new, and I can't quite see what that says. It says Alastor Express, so it's another train one. So we didn't get a look at the back before because the slipcover had the contents on the back, but we have a few more here as well. Another Conrad shipping baggage, so another shipping one, and Crane's haulage, so another shipping one, and then a train one again, which says Central Line train, and that is that. On the bottom again there is nothing, and on the top there is the handle. So let's open it up. I'm very excited to see what's inside. You'll have to bear with me because the box is kind of big. Wow, okay. And it smells amazing. I don't know what's wrong with me, I'm sorry. So, as we can see here, the box is very cool. I'll stand it up here then. And it has the Resi Village book inside. Now let's get that out and have a flick through, shall we? There's a slight... It's not been packed all that well, to be honest. I'm a little annoyed because it's damaged the book slightly. Now I don't know if that's just happened in transit or what, but I'm having to struggle to get this out. I don't want to damage it. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, there is a tiny bit of damage there, which I'm kind of pissed about, because, you know, any collector likes their shit in pristine condition. So this is the Resident Evil Village Traveler's Record. Okay, so we've got the contents. We've got the Winter's house, which is where Ethan and Mia live after the ordeal of Resident Evil 7. We've then got the village, Castle Dimitrescu, House Benevento, Morto's Reservoir, Heisenberg's Factory, looking forward to that, the last chapter, and weapons. Now, I'm not going to go into this too much, and one of the things I originally said, we played the Maiden demo here on the channel, but I didn't play any of the other demos. I only played Maiden because it wasn't anything to do with the actual game, any of the combat, so on. I like my first impressions to be authentic, so I don't want to face any of the villains, the bad guys, figure out the weapons. It's like I like to do that all on my first experience of the game and not be influenced at all by the demo. So there's some cool stuff going on here. Just a couple of bits of concept art, which I like. There's some very interesting stuff. This is the Winter's house, and again, I'm not really going to look into this until after I've played the game because like I said, I want my first experience to be authentic. So we're not really going to look into this too much, but just, and I've always found interesting is any depiction of Ethan is a no-face character because we are Ethan and we don't get to see him very often. Then we've got Mia and Rosemary, which is the baby, and that will be quite important to the story as we've seen from the trailer. Then we've got Chris Redfield here. We're going to have a little delve further. No, I was hoping we were going to see the vampire ladies, but clearly not. So, yeah, I had a couple of theories as well, and I'm interested to see how they pan out. You know, I had a theory straight away that one of the big-ass werewolves we saw from the trailer is going to be Leon. Now, people said I was nuts, and I might be, but it could be. I think they could fuck us up like that. Very nice little art print here. Resident Evil Village. I am probably going to frame that. I really like that. Very cool. And then here is the map. Oh, this isn't even paper either. I like that. I imagine this would be paper, like your old sort of GTA maps, but it's not. I think it's fabric. So let's just get this out. There we go. Ooh, yeah, it's like a nice canvas material. I like that. Ooh, it's big as well. Nice. Oh, watch out for that. And I could, you know, you could frame this. It's a nice thing to be framed or just pin up on the wall. So, and these are all the locations we just spoke about. You've got Heisenberg's Factory down here, Castle Dimitrescu, Otto's Mill, the Stronghold, Louisa's house, the Windmill, Maiden of War, Cemetery Site, Sluice Gate. Yeah, these are all Suspension Bridge, all locations from the game, and I love this. And there's a little umbrella logo at the bottom there as well as some fucked up monster looking things. This is really cool. I like this. This is a nice touch to the collector's edition, so definitely gonna do something nice with that. I think I'd frame that maybe one day. I don't have any room for this kind of thing right now, but definitely. Okay, and then next on the list we've got a little Trauma Pack DLC. I'm gonna hide that from you because it's got a code on it. Then onto the game itself. Now we get a steelbook, I believe. Okay, so that is the steelbook, and it's got a slip cover on, so I'm just gonna quickly remove that as well. And yeah, the first PS5 collector's edition, and I know it doesn't differ from the PS4 version of the same one, but I think that it, and I don't think it does, at least. It would be nice if there was like a PS5 exclusive edition and one that was to PS4 as well, but I imagine it'd just leave people pissed off because they can't get all of them. So, very nice slipcover there. Got Resident Evil Village on the side and on the other side. Right, when a shocking incident tears his family apart, Ethan Winters was willing to do anything to get his daughter back, but at what cost? So again, this is the 8th installment face unique and terrifying enemies in new, mysterious locations, stunning action survival horror gameplay. And this is the werewolf I was saying that I think is going to be Leon Kennedy. And I might be nuts with that, but I also might be correct. I reckon there's going to be some mindfuckery going on. So, let us get the slipcover off and see what the actual steelbook itself looks like. Very visually pleasing. Again, village on the side. And then we've got very nice sort of this gloss emblem that we've been seeing so much about there. I like that. Little crow's feathers coming off the side. And whatever this in the middle, I feel like it's some kind of fetus or something. Again, I haven't put any research into this, so I don't know about any of the theories or anything else. Let's open it up. Here we go. Okay, so there's another voucher in there that I'll just hide for now. And then the disc itself, Resi Village, got the little crow's feathers on it. I like that. And there is nothing else inside. Usually there's a picture or something inside the steelbook, but we don't have that this time. And I'm really pleased it's a PS5 version, which I'm hoping will run better than a PS4 version. Because back with Resi 7, if you remember, it was VR, and there was a lot of hope for VR 2 for this one, but I just don't think the times have worked out. And will it become VR one day? Maybe. It's a hard call. But if for whatever we do, back in the day when Resi 7 was out, it played better on the PS4 Pro than it did on the standard edition. I think this is, going to be similar. It's probably going to run a little nicer on the PS5. So, very nice suede sort of feeling thing, which again smells very good. I'm sorry. So, onto what I assume is the statue and the crowning achievement of the collector's edition. So, bear with me. I don't want to break anything. There we go. Okay, so there is the box, and I'll just get this out of the way so we can focus on that. Okay, so here we have the Resident Evil Village Chris Redfield statue. It's a very simple black box, Resi Village on the top, Resi Village on the front, and this very cool dark picture of Chris here, some information on the bottom. Let's just jump in and get it out. I'm very excited to see it because the new Resi Collector's Edition statues have always been very impressive, I thought. And this one will be no different. So let me just put it on the floor here while I lift it out. As usual, there's a sort of plastic mold that we have to fight through. Oh, wow, it's super cool. And obviously these are the 12-inch statues as well. So very... And again, 12-inch statues, it's like the best sort of size for this kind of thing because the detail is like just right. It's when they try and go smaller to like 8, maybe 6-inch statues that they start losing those details and it starts to not look like the characters. But Capcom have always done a fantastic job with their collector's editions. Come on. Again, I'm one of those people who doesn't want to break anything, but you end up being a little too heavy-handed. Jesus. Oh, I've missed some tape, okay. There we go. Oh, and I missed some more of that side as well. Okay, so. And it's in 2 parts as well, which is really interesting. So we've got Chris Redfield on his own, and then the base comes separately, which is really interesting. And for anyone who's got all of these collector's editions, it's like, they will look great next to each other. Whereas I don't, I just have the one. And he's very good quality, very weighty, resin, obviously. The texture is absolutely amazing. The attention to detail is fantastic. The coat, very well textured. Got his t-shirt with his little creases in. Trousers are very good. You can see all the seams and pockets and everything. Each individual finger is sort of very well sculpted. I like that. We have a gun to put in his hand, I think, as well. Even the bottom of his feet, they've gone to the attention to detail to put the tread on the shoes, which they don't always do on these things. Even the individual laces are very cool as well. And he does even stand on his own, so I do like that if you're struggling for space and can't afford to fit this sort of 8-inch base on your shelves. So we do get a very cool silenced pistol. with a little, I don't think we can fold that out. It's like a little fold out stock, so you can get a bit more control over it that we used to see in these kind of games. I like that very much, and this will just go slot right in there. It's a little stiff, so bear with me. And you've seen me on this channel before doing unboxing videos. This shit never goes how it's supposed to. I even, on the Assassin's Creed unboxing, I even had people messaging me saying, how did you do that, because I can't do that. And these things, they're always a little stiff, but once they're in there, you should only ever have to do this once. So there is the silenced pistol, assumably that he kills Mia with. And yeah, very cool. And we haven't spoke about it yet, but the detail on the face is very cool. There's one or two bits that I'm like, would pull up on. There's like a seam down one of the ears, and even on the other one. But the paint detail, the attention to detail, the quality, detail on the hair and the beard, it's all very good. Very visually impressive. Unless you're going to be looking real close, like we are doing now, it's going to look great on your shelf. So let's jump in and get the base out, shall we? It's the last piece. There, we need to cut these again. Okay, so the base. And this is a very interesting looking base, because they could have gone for a number of like different designs for the base. They could have gone with the sort of classic umbrella logo design, which I don't know what the other collector's editions are like with the designs, but this one is a werewolf, right? And it's got the scar through the eye, and it's cool, and it's very light. Doesn't say anything on the bottom. Usually they'll have, it says Capcom Co. Limited 2021, all rights reserved. Usually we have a bit more, maybe the logo, a number, but I don't think it's super limited edition. They would have run quite a lot of these off. So let's get it onto the base and see what we think. Here we go. Just, oh, cool. I didn't see that when I got it out, but this is where things are a little stiff again. Bear with me. Again, you don't want to force it and break things, because you slightly have to spread the legs to get it in. Oh, it's quite stiff. I don't want to break anything. That's the worst, when you have to force something on and it just breaks in your hands the 5 minutes after owning it. Yeah, that's definitely stiff. I'm struggling to get that on properly, but I think it's okay. There we go. So on the front we have Chris Redfield logo, which is kind of typical of things we'd see in the older games, and yeah, I really like that. So it's cool, right? Ah, I'm a little pissed. Okay, that's interesting, but I'm kind of pissed about that. So if you're used to using super glue, like I am, when you use super glue, it can kind of leave like a white residue, not of where like the liquid is touched, but where almost like the fumes of like touched the other paintwork. And it's like, I don't know if you can see there, but someone has dropped the ball when super gluing this in, and I would have assumed that this would have been like kind of like a double-sided tape sort of deal, rather than super glued in, because I can see that quite badly, and I'm a little pissed about that. But I assume with a bit of alcohol or something, I can clean that up. But it doesn't fill me with confidence. But I may even keep it not on the base, because that is quite a big base, so I might find somewhere else to put it and just stand it on its own, because it is a cool statue. And if you're into your toy photography and stuff like that, you can definitely take this off the base, go and photograph it outside or in a location, or even make your own diorama for it if you're an artist like I am. So very, very cool. I like that. So let's have one last look at everything we got, and then we can get the game installed and start playing it, and I'm going to be shit up and you can come and watch me. So we have our 12-inch Chris Redfield statue. I do like this very much. I wish the entire collector's edition was a little cheaper, but I've got it. I'm still happy to pay for it. It's here now. Very cool. Can't wait to see what Chris's role is throughout the game. Is he going to survive at the end, or is he going to be another casualty? We'll wait and see. So, we got the Steelbook, which is, of course, very cool as well. I like that. And then we've got our little canvas map as well, which is a lovely addition to the collector's edition we have here. A nice little art print as well, which is very cool. I'm going to frame that. And of course, the art book, which I'm going to have a proper look at once I've completed the game, because I don't want to give anything away. Not that they're going to put huge spoilers in the art book, but it's very cool. It's full of lots of visual, you know, aesthetics throughout the game. I can't wait to jump in and experience some of them firsthand. So that is the Resident Evil Village Collector's Edition. Join me later, we'll be jumping into the game. I hope you're going to enjoy it as much as I am. So for now, thanks very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. There is a link in the description for Retro Liquor merch and me and Chris Redfield. We'll see you later.